welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RDA. This is a dark day in football. Probably as dark as the Super League happened. But anyways, we're gonna get into it. Subscribe if you're new, smash a like. But gentlemen, obviously this is your Manchester United vs Wolves preview. However, the news is so big we cannot not speak about it. You know, the elephant in the room. I didn't want to speak about it because obviously it's a big story. It's a big story, and I just felt like, this is a Wolves show. I don't want to speak about it too much, but it's come to that point now where we have to speak about it. Cristiano Ronaldo is leaving not Manchester United. He left Manchester United a while back, but he's leaving Juventus, and Manchester City are leading the race. I seen Rio put out some cryptic tweets. Stefan Housen put out some cryptic tweets. That's all we hang on to at the moment. But Man City is definitely confirmed from Fabrizio Romano that Ronaldo's agent Mendes has also been in direct conversation, and they're trying to get the fee, an opening bid, an official bid to go through. But yeah, gentlemen, how would you feel? Because for me, when I speak about Cristiano Ronaldo, when I think about Cristiano Ronaldo, he was my GOAT. He is my GOAT. No one will ever touch him. He is the main reason I support Manchester United. I grew up watching Ronaldo. He made me fall in love with this football club. And now, if he goes to City, after everything is spoken about, after all the history, after all the past, I don't know what to do with myself. And I don't know if I can blame Ronaldo. I don't know if I should blame Ronaldo. But one thing's for sure though, despite what Ronaldo's intentions was, we haven't heard really that United are actually in for him, or United even made a chance. They didn't even try. They didn't even try, boys. They haven't even tried yet. As we speak right now, anything can happen in a split second. Some things can change, but at the moment we haven't even tried, and that's what breaks me more. And that's why I'm Glazers out. That's why I don't appreciate these owners. That's why I think this club is a mess. Because how can we let a player like Cristiano Ronaldo go to Man City, and we haven't built a squad to even allow him to compete with trophies? That's probably Ronaldo's main incentive. He's like, I would love to come back to United, but they're not going to challenge for the Champions League realistically. They're not going to challenge for the Premier League. I want to win trophies at the end of my year. I've only got like 2-3 years left max. I want to win things. So that's just where I am. If it happens, oh man, I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm gonna have to take a break from Twitter and everything, because I will be broken inside.
Yeah, no, I don't know what United's position is here, and we should try, at least. We should try bring him back to Old Trafford and make sure he doesn't go to Man City. But he's dead to me. If this happens, Ronaldo's dead to me. Ronaldo, it will be a snake. He will be a backstabber. He will be a sellout if he does this. I don't care what the situation is. I honestly don't care. What's the worst that can happen? He stays at Juventus for another year. They can't kick him out. They can't force him out. Yes, maybe it's going to be tough on them, but they can't force him out. He plays another year in Juventus. He looks for a club. He goes to a club for free next year. This goes against everything we believe in. Everything he is acted like he believes in. The whole family thing. The whole it's a club that made me. It has a special place in my heart. Not celebrating after knocking us out in the Champions League for out of respect. All lies. If he does this, it means nothing to him, and it is the same as the Glazers. It's the same as the Glazers. It's the same as Ola being a puppet. All sellouts. The only people who really care about these clubs are us. The only people who die for these clubs are us. And these players act like it when it suits them. But at the end of the day, it's about the money. So, he'd be dead to me if he does this.
Yeah, I think that's the easiest thing to say right now. I'm not happy with Ronaldo in the slightest. Genuinely not going to go down as a legend anymore for a lot of United fans right now. And I feel that's only going to hurt him, but that's the thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, the viewers won't be able to see it, but on your right shoulder, Ronaldo's there. There's Cristiano right there. It's cut out in the video. Yeah, Ronaldo's also my. I've got all the Ronaldo shirts, but if this happens, boys, I don't know what to say. It's like football. Part of football for me has died then. The whole Super League thing, some of it died then, and now with this, it's like loyalty doesn't exist anymore. The fans don't matter to players, no matter who it is now. If Ronaldo left, it would give me no hope. If you wore this shirt, I'll back you then. But after this shirt, even if it was Bruno or whatever, after they left or whatever, I wouldn't care then afterwards. I just have to
Can't
cut
go
ties.
from United to City or Liverpool. You can't. You're not gonna be respected anymore. Simple
Yeah.
as that.
Like the thing is, if your player really didn't make it at United and you tried, and then you go to City and make a family there, yeah, sure, understandable. Yes, we
Yeah.
might banter, but
Can't do the opposite
the
though.
things we've done with this person, the history we've had built with him, he's a United legend. Not after this. I'm not calling him a
If we
legend.
signed Aguero last season instead of Cavani, I think United fans would be outraged. I think it's
Yeah,
the exact same thing. United and
yeah.
City fans would both be outraged.
I'm not City fans. They won't. They'll take our scraps, because they love pretending like they're us. They love it.
They do love pretending that they're us. But yeah, and they're all over the Ronaldo deal. I mean, if you're a City fan, I mean, I don't really blame you. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Who's not going to back Ronaldo coming at your club? Any club in the world will take Cristiano Ronaldo. You'd be dumb not to take Cristiano Ronaldo. So, but now it's up to Ronaldo. Because I sent my uncles a message about this whole situation. I was telling them we made him who he is today. Sir Alex made him who he is today. He's got everything because he came from Sporting, he came to United. We grew him, we fed him, we gave him the platform.
Fergie was literally his father
Exactly.
growing up.
Fergie was his dad when he had none. So to turn your back and all of that, I don't know. Just for an extra 2 trophies, he's won it all. There's nothing really left to win besides the World Cup. But just for 2 more seasons to compete at the best, at the very top, to win a Premier League, to win maybe arguably a Champions League, to try win it. I don't know what Ronaldo. And then we were just saying that what if Fergie gave his blessing, but he'd never. I doubt it. I would bet my life Ferguson would never say, yeah, fine, go Ronaldo. Go to City. He'd never do it. He'd never do it. A small part of me still has hope. And the famous saying, it's the hope that kills you. There's a small piece of hope that says that United maybe can hijack a deal, because part of me also think why wouldn't the Glazers be all over this? Why? It's a marketing masterclass if we sign Cristiano Ronaldo. The shirts,
To be honest,
the bring back home, everything.
for me, the fact that we haven't tried it till now, because I kind of feel like it's been obvious that there's been a bit of a problem with Ronaldo. He's not very comfortable at Juventus. And when he left Real Madrid, I feel like it's strange that people who are so big on shirt sales and marketing didn't really try to get back Ronaldo. So, when I look at it like that, I kind of feel like they won't. For some strange reason, they won't.
Yeah, but we'll just have to see. I'm gonna leave Ronaldo things like that. I'll come back to Ronaldo after we do the Wolves preview. After we speak about that.
At the end of the day, I'm sorry, I'm not happy. But at the end of the day, we have to move on and talk about United because United will always be bigger than any player.
Yeah.
It comes down to that,
That's the thing, yeah.
Ronaldo, we were hurt now, but after a few months, not even months, after a few weeks, it's fine. He can go be a City player. He can go be a City legend. At the end of the day, we will always have this club, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, that is the thing. That's why I said, the players, they'll come and go. We would love them. Some of them, we would love to be legends. We'd love people like Marcus Rashford to stay forever and perform the way he does. Bruno even to play as he does, stay forever. We love that, We want Paul Pogba to stay, We want Paul Pogba to stay even. So players will come and go, but this club, yeah, it'll stay forever. And we all love this club for a reason, Like Ronaldo, like I said, Ronaldo made me start falling in love with United. When he left, did I leave United? No, I didn't. I didn't leave United because I genuinely love this club. Everything it's fit for, everything it did. Manchester United is my club, so it is what it is. But anyways, boys, some would argue this is more depressing what we're about to talk about. But United play Wolves this weekend, and yeah, it's not good there either. Now is it? It's not really the best there. United take on Wolves, and I must say they might not be as defensive as last season, but they've been pretty good. I know they haven't gotten points really off the board yet. They've lost back-to-back 1-0s, I believe. And they played a cup game, and I believe they had 24 shots in that game. So, goals are bound to come eventually. And I tell you who's our bogey team. It's freaking Wolves. Wolves are our bogey team. We're playing them away. They'll have fans at the ground. Goals will have to start coming in. I think they will come at us because I don't think they're that old defensive football team anymore. So I think they will actually try to attack us a little bit more. And I think if we're not careful, and if Oli doesn't play the right team, as always, I'm saying every week, we could be up for a disappointing result this weekend.
Yeah. don't know why you have Pogba on the left wing. Don't you know? Haven't you heard that Rash is back in town? So.
Yeah, no, I've heard. I was gonna say Rashford. We'll get there,
No.
but he's not playing. He's definitely not playing this game.
No.
He is back in town though. He's back in town. Rashford is back in town.
He makes a traveling squad. I'm only out, whatever. I don't care what he does. He can win the treble. I'm just back in the squad next weekend. I'm out.
Yeah, no. I've heard about Wolves and how it seems like there might be something there, and
Yeah.
gonna be an interesting game. You know, after the dropping points to Southampton, we need to bounce back, and the fact that they are probably a more attacking team, I think that's gonna be their first big mistake. I think they have to look at Southampton and say, what does Southampton do right that we can do? They put pressure on us, but at the same time, they were very organized, you know, and they didn't let us play through them easily. If they come and try to pull the leads, then they're gonna get 5. Maybe not 5, but they're gonna get barbed if they do that. So yeah, we'll see. I kind of feel like they probably will throw everything at us, and it'll be to that detriment.
Okay. Clear?
Yeah, I think this Wolves side's starting to look like the Wolves from years past, and just that fighting spirit that Nuno got, where they got that 7th place finish, I think it was in their first season up, and they got like 8th, and then last season was obviously a really bad season for them in comparison. I think they've gone back into that older mentality, and they've been a lot more comfortable to try to bring it to the teams. So I don't quite think that they're going to forget about defense, but Bruno is definitely an improvement in the coaching department, and he does want to play a bit more of the attacking football. He definitely can make it work, and we saw that work against Nottingham in the Cup now, where they won 4-0.
Yeah.
So I do think there is some promise for Wolves being able to upset us. I think there's always potential in that, and I don't back this against most teams, unfortunately, because United is so inconsistent, where a game like this could be a confidence boost to Wolves very easily.
I think it'd be a lot easier also to predict our scores based on the team that we put out, because we don't even know what team we put out most of the time. Sometimes, you know, sometimes you look nailed on, then all of a sudden out of nowhere it changes because Oli once decides to do things. You know, sometimes it's the wrong team, but they pull out a flawless performance. So yeah, United can't be trusted. They just can't be trusted. I think no matter how positive you look at the club, you know, how much you back the managers, the players, whatever, one thing's for certain: we are still inconsistent. No matter your support, no matter what you think, we are inconsistent, you know. So I'm very concerned about this weekend. But you know what it means, you know, our RDA jinx. If we all are worried, don't worry about it then. United's gonna smash them 5-0. But jokes aside, I am very concerned because 1, I don't know what team Oli would pick. 2, I think Wolves are a bit improved from last season, and like I said, they have been missing goals, but you can only miss goals for a certain amount of time. And you know, against a team like us, where the bogey team, the history with Wolves, it could happen this weekend. I think 3, the away fans. You know, it's something we haven't really been spoken about. We still have the record, but the record really doesn't mean anything if we don't get something at the end of it. But we have a good away record, so that's up for grabs as well. You know, that's still on the line. So we'll have to see what happens this weekend. But also, some other news is that Scott McTominay is injured, so he won't be able to play. And supposedly he had this injury when Oli picked him ahead of Donny van der Beek. He went for groin surgery, and he's out now.
And this is pre-Euros as well.
Yeah.
How bad this injury? How long it's been?
So just keep that in the back of your mind, right? Now we know we're gonna get to this team, right? And for me, I put Donny in black there, because I think Donny should play, and he has to play this game. But do I think he will? No chance. Donny has been dropped from the Dutch national team by Louis van Gaal now. He was always a regular national team player. He's been dropped. Now. Exactly. He's been dropped now. Oli is ruining this guy's career. And I tell you what, if Donny can't get into this game this weekend, I would hand in my transfer request if I was Donny van der Beek. I'd hand in my transfer request, because that is a joke. He played an injured Scott McTominay over Donny van der Beek. He plays Fred and Matic in the pivot, which multiple times shows they are not good enough. Lingard gets picked over him. He plays in the wrong positions. It's unbelievable, the treatment of Donny van der Beek, and I think we're all tired of it. But I'll have to ask you boys, as always, do you actually think Oli will change this time? Because we said it. We did that video, what we want to see from Oli this season. He hasn't done anything yet. He hasn't done anything yet of what we want to see this season. And I don't think he will. But surely he has to. He has to this time.
I don't see it this weekend, no. I don't see it this weekend. I think Ollie's going to do what Ollie does when he's in the corner. After dropping points at Southampton, he's going to go to the players he trusts. So I have a weird feeling that we might see Dan James in this game. I have a feeling we might see Pogba in the midfield and Dan James on the wing. And Donny on the bench.
See, I want to die now. Now I want to die. Now I want to die. Dan James on the... let me just emphasize. So you think Sancho will play, right? You do think Jadon Sancho will play?
And I think Sancho... Okay, but we have enough, actually. We have enough. I'm forgetting we have Tony. So we have Tony, Mason, and Sancho. So we could play that front three. But then Tony wasn't that great as well in the last game. So I can see him retreating from that. So I can envision a Dan James, honestly.
Okay.
Okay,
Me, as the actual Dan James fanboy, I will murder Ollie personally. Dan James is good squad depth. That is his usefulness at this club. He's not supposed to be a starter. Starting 2 out of 3 games for Manchester United.
At the beginning of the
Excuse
season.
me. Yes. We had 3 chances to play. He's going to play 2 of them. No, that can't happen. Pogba needs to keep his wing position because as much as I hate his work rate on the wing, he gets assists. He contributes to the team overall. So it's clearly working. So why are you going to change it? If Ollie suddenly goes, well, McTominay's injured, I now need to play Pogba in the pivot.
That's a proper smack. Yeah, that's a proper smack to Donny. That's a proper smack to the face for Donny.
Literally.
I don't think people understand how much Donny is getting violated at this club. That is ridiculous. Now we're dropping Pogba back into midfield.
Don't have a left winger, and Pogba has got 5 assists in 2 games.
At left wing.
You literally cannot go now, yeah, we need to play him deeper now. You need to stop his assist output before he goes and gets a record, you know? Like, that's going to be terrible for the club. How dare Ollie think Pogba can get a record?
Because we're going to get to this team. The worst thing is about now is what I was telling Malota last week in the match preview. About how if we didn't play Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane and things went badly, then we're going to have this preview now in this situation where we have to bounce back up a result. And guess who we have to throw in now? Guess who we have to throw in? We have to throw in Rafael Varane, Jadon Sancho in a game that is more vital now than it had to be. We could have had 3 points and this game would have been a little bit less vital. Now it's definite 3 points needed again
Yes.
to challenge. So
Look, I don't.
Ollie needs to wake up.
Maybe I misplaced confidence in us, but I think a lot of it is gonna depend on how Wolves play because, like I said, I just think there's a blueprint to beat us. Like, and I think if as a manager, if you don't play to it, you're stupid. I'm sorry. There's a blueprint. The pressure.
I think right away we can look at Wolves and go, they are the blueprint to kind of beat us right now. They have a really, really smart winger and a really technical dribbler in Adama Traore, and I think he's going to give our defense a lot of trouble and exploit the weaknesses there. And if a key player that is playing in the centre-back position is not fully fit and not reading certain things that Jimenez and Traore are both going to take advantage of, we are in the shit. And we have to hope for the De Gea masterclass again. Because I think Wolves are that blueprint to an extent.
I kind of feel like, as much as they are all good going forward, when you play United, it's also important what you do at the back, you know? And you can't let our pace finish you, you know? You're going to come like a Leeds, you're going to come like I'm sorry to disrespect, but if you're going to come like a Brighton, a Bournemouth once upon a time, then those are the type of teams we like, you know? Because we're going to take advantage of those spaces you leave behind, you know? Our pace will murder you. So I think it depends on the approach. It can be a game, depending on the approach, it can be a game where we smack them. Or it can be a game where we look like we're not the real deal.
Well, this will be the real test for Bruno Lage now. I think if he can go, we need to play on the counter, just give United the ball and then just hit them, Adama, hit them. I think we'll be screwed. I 100% agree with you. Because if they don't, if they try to take control, then we'll have all the space in the world to counter whenever we want. And that's always been our MO. We're just a hit and run team, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Mason Greenwood's going 90 down the freeway. Sanchez not going 120 down the other side. We don't even need Pogba on that. We've got more than enough pace just to break down any team that's going to defend high against us.
Yeah.
But I do think Wolves are going to be defending high. I don't think they have enough defensively. Their defense was shaky last season, and they're a bit even more unsure now because they are losing games a bit more spotty. So I think it's going to take a lot, but I'm just thinking maybe they can potentially outscore us right now. Because if we have to rely on like a Martial, if Ali picks a Martial, who's just been struggling ever since he came back from injury, we're not going to score much. I think we'll be lucky if we get 1 or 2, and I think Wolves could get 1 or 2 against us as well.
That's why I think Greenwood has to play. I think Mason has no reason why he shouldn't play.
Yes.
This is his season. This is
But
this
this
is
is
Mason's
Oli
season.
Gunnar Solskjaer.
Exactly. This is
Do not
Ole Gunnar
underestimate anything.
Solskjaer. Exactly. And another man, we haven't even spoken about him because who knows where he is? Who knows where Cavani is? I don't know where he is. I don't know what's his plans.
He's coming on the bench apparently. That's all I know.
That's on training.
He's
don't
making
know.
an appearance on the bench according to Ali right now.
He might be on the bench. He wants to go on international duty, and then you know what happens after that? He has to quarantine again and miss more games for us. Cavani is a joke, man. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. Greenwood for me has to play. So let's talk about this team. David De Gea obviously in goal, no complaints. I heard he's back in training or something, but I don't think De Gea will get dropped. I think De Gea, especially after last game, I think Oli will be like, okay, fine, fair, you'll play, you'll be first team goalkeeper, and easy as that. I think it can be something as easy as that. So De Gea is our first team goalkeeper. Luke Shaw will play, I think, definitely. Maguire, obviously, captain. But I put a black asterisk next to Varane because I'm not sure. There's about 70%. 70% chance I say that Rafael Varane plays this game. But 30%, is Oli. It's Oli. It's Oli being Oli saying, maybe we warm Rafi in, Varane in, don't forget that about the Champions League, all the high quality that Varane is. We have to ease him in. We have to get him used to the Premier League, the pace, the fast pace, the aggression. No.
Let's never play him.
You need to play Varane. You had to play Varane last week. This is the worst game to play Varane in for his first game, but just chuck him. Just chuck him. It's okay. Just chuck him. Whatever happens, it happens. Chuck him in. Let him get used to the team as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I'm going to be sitting here every week, stressed, and pulling out my hair and turning old. I don't want that to happen. Varane has to play this game for me. But that 30%, I do think Lindelof could play. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about Varane and Lindelof playing this week?
Yeah, no, I think Varane's playing this game. I think, he's gotten enough training now. And I think Ole's gonna, I think as much as we doubt Ole in terms of how he approaches things, I do think he does think Varane is the number one. I think that's why we bought him, and he knows that. So I do think he'll play. But in the back of my mind, that thing that Ole said rings that, with Varane, we can play in different ways. Like, he's ringing in my head. What does that mean? Does that mean a three at the back? Who knows? But I do think Varane will play.
Okay.
I think Varane has to play, personally. Again, Southampton is an easier fixture than Wolves on paper, and he should have been getting warmed up in that game. He didn't. Yeah. And now we're in the situation where he's going up against very smart footballers that are going to take advantage of the lack of sharpness. So I'm very worried. I'm very concerned. If we see a poor Varane showing...
It's not nice to think that Varane's first game, after not playing an actual game, it's going to be up against Raul Jimenez and Adama Traore, and Ruben Neves. It's not ideal. Welcome to the Premier League. You should have fucking played last week then. You should have played last week then.
Armstrong and Shea Adams, rather, please.
Exactly.
Every day
That's exactly why I was showing you last week about playing Varane last week.
Champions League Varane, these boys.
The Champions League Varane.
Yeah, so we're still taking championship players.
Exactly. Next to him was Maguire as well. So hey.
It was too easy last week,
It's too easy. We dropped points last week. We dropped points last week because of Ali's tactics and his team selection. I'm not having it this week.
I swear, Ali's actual excuse in his head was, so that was too easy for Varane. I don't want to give him that game. I will cry. Oh,
but anyways, obviously we take the piss out of Ali. But sometimes he deserves it. But I think Varane has to play, man. He has to play. Ideally, it would have been nicer last week. And this week, at least, we would have known. He's got some game time under his belt. We would have known how he was with Maguire next to him. Now we don't know. Now in the area of unknown, we're just going to have to see what happens. But regardless, I'll still play Rafael Varane, and I would play him till he's dead into the ground. I'd play Rafael Varane.
Next fixture's like Everton or something, isn't it?
I think, that's what I told Malota last week. I said our fixtures get harder and harder
it only
and
gets harder right now.
Don't worry, Jay. It's not like he's playing in City or anything where he needs to grasp mad tactics. All just going to be like, just play like centre back.
There's no mad tactics anyways if we play City. It's just go out there, see how you do, boy. Just put the tackle in, maybe get the crowd on your side. I'll take you off at 60. No, I'll take you off at 90 minutes. Don't worry. That's how it is, But I think Varane has to play for me. We'll see how it goes. Obviously, like I said, it's Rafael Varane at the end of the day. So you have to play him. You have to play him. Right back around Basaka, no questions about that. In midfield. But no McFred can happen now. It's impossible for McFred to happen because Scott McTominay is injured. So I think Matic will play for some reason. I think Matic is gonna play. I think Fred has to play. I think in Ollie's head, not my head. I think in Ollie's head, he'd be thinking Fred has to play. Fred is one of his best partners in the pivot for him.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I not play Fred? So if Donny's gonna come, I have a feeling it would be for Matic, maybe, but it should be for Fred because Fred is atrocious. Fred is proper atrocious, and what's the best pivot we've seen so far this season? It's Matic and Donny. So I would play Matic and Donny. Whether I think he's going to do that, no. I do think it'll probably be Matic and Fred. But yeah, I think Donny has to play. I don't think there's an excuse for him not to play. It's actually a disgrace he doesn't play this game. If he doesn't,
our fixtures are the Wolves, Newcastle, West Ham, Villa, Everton, Leicester, Liverpool, Tottenham, City.
Yeah, that week is rough.
If you don't start warming up now, you are screwed.
Yeah.
Can I ask on the side notes, what's happening with the Dallo situation?
Supposedly Dortmund want him, but that's it.
We won't sell unless we get Trippier, though.
Yeah.
That's our stance. Unless we get another right back, we're not moving on him.
Which I don't mind.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but I want Dallo to get an opportunity.
Yeah,
I
same,
very much
same. I also would like Dallo to get an opportunity. I wouldn't start him. He wouldn't be my first right
He's
back.
the opposite of Aaron.
Yeah.
He's exactly the opposite of Aaron, so it's nice to have the contrast.
Exactly.
I personally like it.
I'd like to play him in
Does
cup
a-
games,
Yeah.
like that, so maybe against weekend
If Aaron
teams
ever gets
we need to-
injured,
exactly.
go for it.
So I don't mind Dallo. I actually like Dallo. He's young as well, so I would keep Dallo at the club. I would give him a lot more game time than he gets. But that's the thing with Ollie. He's a fraud and he's a coward. So that's why I'm asking you this question. Why? I have to ask. Ollie's put me in a position where I have to ask you boys every week. Is Donny gonna play? Surely no. I don't think Donny's gonna play. You know Ollie. This is Ollie. He's gonna play Fred Matic. Let's just move on. Am I right, boys? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me wrong. Give me hope. Give me hope. Tell me Donny's gonna play this week. Tell me Donny's gonna play this week. I would like some hope.
I'm gonna bet on I'm gonna go Matic and Pogba. I know that sounds weird, but the thing is, he's done it before in the league.
In a year. A full year since they played together at all.
I can see it. But then there's a huge shout for Fred, There's a huge shout for Fred. But if Fred plays, okay, I think it could be anything from Matic Pogba, Matic Fred, Pogba, Fred, anyone
So
else.
basically what you're saying is it's anything but Don is what you say.
Yeah, basically.
What I would like to see is Ollie around the clock just a little bit and go Donny Fred. I want to see that happen again.
Okay.
Because again, Matic doesn't have the legs for the Premier League. Last season was genuinely the last season where I thought we could get some use out of him. It's now been another year. He's barely played any games. Don't chuck him against Wolves. As much as they're like a slower paced team in the midfield, the count is ridiculous on their wings. They have so much pace. Matic is going to be left for dead when he's actually needed, and when it's actually in the midfield battle, Moutinho is just as slow as him. Neves isn't that fast either. You can kind of control that, I get, but Donny and Fred can definitely be workhorses and do everything for this team that they ever need. So that's what I want to see.
The
What I
problem is, the only
realistically
thing
see
is I don't
is
like
very
Fred
Matic.
is if any team wants to put even half a press on us, I don't want Fred. I do not want
I think
Fred.
that's why the Donny contrast is so perfect, though, because then if Fred just needs a quick ball out, Donny will make the yard and give him that option, and Donny will gladly carry the ball if need be.
Yeah,
Donny's the perfect
I
contrast.
have seen Fred hit a 5-yard pass for a throw-in though, so
I'm not gonna talk about
I'm
that.
dusted
I'm
with
not
Fred though.
Fred's had
know
one
Fred's
really,
down.
really bad game. Yeah.
I know Fred's bad under pressure, but last week, that was some
Terrible.
other level. I don't think we'll see it again. I think there was something wrong last week.
Yeah,
But,
I think so as well.
I'd like to see a Donny and Fred. We've seen it once, I think, in the Champions League, and it was
Only
great.
once. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I want to see it again.
Okay.
100%.
Well, we all know that. There's no secret that we all want to see Donny. What will happen? We do not know. Bruno is playing. Don't worry about it. He's number 10. It's fine. Moving on. Now, Malotto obviously said Pogba will probably come into midfield. Now, I'm going to ask you before I get to this front three. If Pogba's in midfield, then who's the front three?
Yeah, I was thinking James, Mason, and Sancho, because Martial is not really on it.
James on
But then
the
as I was
left,
thinking,
the right.
I thought to myself, maybe Jesse could play. So yeah, we could see. But if I was trying to bet safe, I'd probably go with Tony, Mason, and Sancho.
Okay, so Sancho will be left wing then because
Yeah.
Martial will play striker. Okay, fair enough. I think.
Well, I still won't do that, Paz. I just saying.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that either. But I think you have to be Paul Pogba at left wing. He's phenomenal at left wing. He's got 5 assists in 2 games. That's not a reason to drop him. You leave him at left wing if he gets those numbers though. Then I think you play Mason Greenwood. He's in the form of his life. This is supposed to be his season. If things go how it should be going, we wouldn't need a striker anymore because we got Mason Greenwood. You know, this man is elite. He's got potential to be world class. So I'd leave Mason. He's in scoring form. He's been getting the goals fast. Leave Mason Greenwood. Put him at striker. Then at right wing. It should not be a question, even regardless when everyone's back fit. Even it has to be Jadon Sancho. I'm tired. I've had enough. I've seen enough James. I've seen enough Lingard. I've seen enough Tony on the wing. Nope, I've had enough. I want a proper winger, and Jadon Sancho is a proper winger. And even when he came on, the little bits he had, again, I was impressed with Jadon Sancho. There's no ways you spend £73 million on a player and not play him. He's your star signing. He's one of the best youngsters in the world. Anyone would want Jadon Sancho, and he's on our bench. Nope, I'm not having it. He's playing against Wolves, low block team. This is a good game for Jadon Sancho to start, and he has to start.
He came on for a few minutes, but then, like, just the intelligence of the play between him and Wan-Bissaka was so much.
All of a sudden, Iron doesn't look too bad now. That's even as a right winger.
Okay. What's going on here? So yeah, no, I want to see more of that. But knowing Ole, it's gonna be Rashford, Cavani, and
Rashford won't play. Like I know he's doing some runs. You know, he's there with the stretching and no.
Yeah,
Rashford plays this game.
right.
No. Maybe next week we can talk about Rashford playing. You know, because then maybe if Rashford needs to be at least 30% fit to play. At the moment, I think he's.
Rashford's insane.
That's it's crazy. It sounds. I doubt it though, because Oli hasn't said Rashford's gonna play or he won't be on the bench, so I don't think he will. But I tell you what, because if I see Rashford, I wouldn't be surprised either. So in another universe, I wouldn't be surprised that is. But
No.
yeah. Anyways, Rashford is back in training, he's doing stretches like we said. Cavani, don't care where he is, don't want to know where he is. He's a joker. Get him out as soon as possible. We move on with life. But I want to ask you guys also at the end of the show. What will be our famous... What you said?
But also,
The Clay give the front three he thinks will play.
No, I was gonna ask him. That's what I was asking. Before I got to the score prediction.
but yeah, I think the front three has to be exactly what you're right. I have no difference there. I think I made that pretty clear
Yeah, it might be,
as well before.
yeah.
But yeah,
Pogba,
definitely.
Mason, Jadon Sancho. I tell you what, if I don't see Jadon Sancho more than Varane, I'd be even more fuming. I'd
Yep.
be more. There's no excuse, literally, not to play Jadon Sancho. There's none now. 2 weeks of training, best player and one of the best wingers, best right winger. There's no excuse why you shouldn't be playing this game. So it is what it is. Score predictions are very interesting now because, like I said, Wolves is a sketchy team for us. Even a bit better on the attack now. The goals have been dry, but it has to come in at some point. And I'll tell you when it comes, I guess. Oh, everyone when they play United turn to prime Barcelona, that's for sure. So who feels confident about their score prediction this week?
If Dean going first, I'll go first. I'm gonna do it to myself again because I don't learn. I'm gonna do it to myself again. I think we're gonna see a Varane masterclass. Sancho will get a goal, and I'm gonna go for a 3-0 United win.
Oh, clean sheet, even. Nice. That's the perfect scoreline. That's literally the perfect
Yeah.
scoreline.
I'm just too worried about Wolves right now. I do think we should be winning this. There should be no question about that. We have to be beating Wolves, especially considering we want to be title contenders. According to Ali himself, we want to be the title contenders. We need to be picking up points here. We need to be winning at least 2-1. Got the magic scoreline.
2-1. Now, last week I said if Varane plays, I backed the clean sheet. And obviously we drew 1-1. And Varane didn't play. Oh, surprise. I wasn't saying Varane was fault at the goal. But this week is a bit different because even if I think Varane plays, I do think we could concede against Wolves. I always thought that. I just think Wolves, they've got something on us. They do have something on us. So I think there's a slip up in this game. Yeah?
Sorry, just on a side note, I feel like what we saw last week is an example that Varane could still not be enough because the reason you conceded is not because of Varane, it's because our CDM wasn't good enough.
CDM was dizzy, sorry, it was. But Maguire was also dizzy in
The
that case.
point of a run is supposed to be a sweeper. He's supposed to cover up those things that the CDM does most.
Yeah.
No offense. He's meant to cover up those mistakes. So
Yeah, we'll have to see what Varane does to this team, offer to this team. So, I think
Well,
Varane
yeah.
does play this week, though. I do think Wolves can still score a goal. I think Wolves are good enough to score a goal against us. Varane is not. He's a goat. But he's not the whole defense. He's not the whole defense. So
Yeah.
that's the problem. So I don't know. I think we haven't been on our best of form. When United's heads drop, they drop. They proper drop. I think we are gonna slip up. I honestly think we're gonna slip up. I can't predict the win. I don't want to say a loss, but I think it's going to be cagey, and I do think it's going to be something like a. See, Wolves don't score a lot of goals yet, but the new Wolves might tempt me. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to say 2-2. I think 2-2 or 1-1.
It's going.
Yeah. I don't feel
A draw.
confident about this game. I honestly don't feel confident about this game, and I'm like this every week, to be honest with you. Every time we drop points, I don't have confidence at all. And then when we win next week, don't worry, next week I'll say 5-0. Trust. But
we'll drop points.
when Varane pulls a masterclass, Sancho pulls a masterclass, and Donny's playing, I'll be like 5-0 next week. Then Donny gets dropped next week, we lose 2-0, cycle on repeat. But anyways, let's just check if there's any updates about Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's see.
Yeah. I really hope it doesn't go through. I really hope it's just the media right now that are linking with City specifically. He's going to go get from Juve. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
How to otherwise?
Let's see. Anyone? Jan Agafortop says, how Man United fans react to Ronaldo in blue? Nothing really there. Gary Lineker says, there's no question that Cristiano would be a great signing for both Man City and himself. He turns a new money club into a global giant, instantly bringing hundreds of millions of fans. Yeah, we know that. There's just basically also in the know accounts. I don't want to mention them because they're just in the know accounts. It's hit and miss with them. But lots of so-called United in the know Twitter accounts seem like they know something that lots of people don't know. And again, people are just saying I don't want to say anything until Fabrizio Romano tweets. And if you look at all the United fans, everyone's just tweeting ellipsis, cryptic shit. There's nothing, concrete yet. There's nothing concrete yet.
So what is this? Are they insinuating that United might be interested?
So just in case you didn't know, I don't know if I told it on the show, but Rio Ferdinand sent out a tweet basically with ellipsis and a meme. That's it. And then he's one of his co-hosts, Stefan Hausen, another United content creator. He does shows with Rio Ferdinand. He also replied to a John Lescott tweet saying, because John Lescott sent out a tweet saying, "Come on, 5UK or whatever. Let's have a talk about Ronaldo in blue. When do you want to do it? Before he signs or after he signs? Up to you. I'll clear my schedule." And then Stefan Hausen just replies, "How about you come watch us and see what we have to say?" Ellipsis. The eye emojis, all that stuff. So all just cryptic stuff. Nothing concrete. We haven't heard of Fabrizio saying there's been a hint from United. Fabrizio hasn't mentioned anything about Manchester United, despite everyone asking or wanting hope. And that's the thing. When it comes to that, unless Fabrizio says something, I really don't really take anything too cool.
I think what Fabrizio, I don't know, he doesn't really say anything until it's concrete. So there might be something, but he won't.
They should fix things. Yeah.
It's going to tarnish his reputation if he does.
Exactly. He knows better. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. But I think we just have to wait and see. This is literally a wait and monitor situation right now.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of people are swearing Oli as well. But I don't know what that's for. I don't know what's that for.
Probably for Donny's dropping.
No, but this is like 2 minutes ago, 1 minute ago. That's the only reason I'm a bit confused. I'm trying to see if there's anything Oli said or done.
I only saw Van Gaal's comments now, saying they literally had like a 45-minute chat with Donny as to why he was dropped, but he's going to keep that private between him and the player.
Yeah, if anyone wants to really know what the in-the-know accounts are really saying, as gossip as it is, it's just saying that United have supposedly reacted in the last few minutes and are working overtime to try hijack the deal from City. That's about it.
I'm hoping.
Would you guys give up Tony for Ronaldo out of interest?
Tomorrow, who you want? Name any player in our squad. Take them. Anyway, Bruno, go. Bye. Goodbye. That's it. Okay, I lied. No, I lied. Bruno and Mason are untouchable. The rest you can take.
Personally, I just don't want Ronaldo to go to City. He's allowed to go anywhere else, really.
That's
City and Liverpool are off on it.
Yeah. He could go to PSG. I would love him to be at PSG.
Yeah,
to watch Ronaldo, Messi, the whole super team. Let me see it. I don't mind. But Obviously, we're not United is first choice for me.
It's
Obviously. I
going
will
to
take
City
Cristiano
at this
Ronaldo.
year.
And the thing is, if he does go to City, it is proper game over then. This is Cristiano Ronaldo. You could hate him. One thing will never change about Ronaldo, and that's also his mentality. You can boo him into the ground, and I tell you what Ronaldo will do. He will dunk on you. He will dunk on you while you're booing at him. He could be at Old Trafford. You could be throwing things at him, and he will see you at the Stretford end. That's what he will do. That's what Cristiano has done. So that's a real player. Whoever gets Cristiano Ronaldo is getting a real player. And City's got the team to get the best out of him. He can't do everything by himself now. But if you can give him a team and you give him chances, it's game over. It's game over. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's begging. So we're just gonna have to see. I hope.
Question:
I pray.
If we somehow get him, do we win the league?
I know.
No.
Nope. No. But at least my heart.
City can they
At
go
least my heart
undefeated.
is good. At least my heart is good then. I got to watch Ronaldo every week. It's something. I might watch shit football, but at least I get to see Ronaldo in a red shirt every week. I'm happy. But I'll take it. But yeah, I hope United, please, man. Marketing, you want shirt sales, we buy shirts. Buy Ronaldo. But honestly, I'm just out of interest, would you guys actually trade anyone from United squad to get Ronaldo? Because like I said, I think for me, only Greenwood and Bruno are untouchable. The rest I would trade in a heartbeat to get Cristiano Ronaldo.
Look, I'm mad at Ronaldo, but he hasn't done anything. So if he turns around and goes to United, I'll accept him.
Obviously. Then we all we're seeing in the grounds. We know that he's pure. Everything he said in the past, we're like, that's exactly why Cristiano Ronaldo's the good.
I personally think it's a waste of money. Nobody's going for him. I'll be the controversial one. I don't want him at this club anymore. He's past his prime. I respect Cristiano Ronaldo. I respect him. I want to build for the future. I don't want to build for the next year. Haaland's got a better scoring rate than Ronaldo. You guys know that, right?
Yeah, but Haaland
And
we
literally sign him.
We're not going to get Haaland. I'm telling you now, guys. We're not going to
Yes,
get
I'm
Haaland.
saying. I am not making any effort for Ronaldo. That is a waste of time and a waste of money for this club. I don't care what the market value is, what the marketable value is of him. I'd rather us see and build towards getting someone like Haaland who's going to score just as many goals, if not more potentially, throughout his career, and do the exact same thing except for 20 years versus 2.
See, that's the thing though, because if we're on that page, I'd say fuck them both. I got Mason Greenwood.
Even that way, 100%.
Thing is, I agree with you, but I think there's two factors here. One, it's very romantic. And that's what we live for.
I don't give a shit about romance right now.
The thing
That matters to me.
the crazy thing about Ronaldo is that if he comes in, I'll still say we won't win the league or we won't win the Champions
Yes.
League. But there might be a chance. Somehow, some way, on God's mighty hands, this man can do it. I've
the
seen
second
him
point.
do it in my life.
I don't care how old he is. This man is going to score a ridiculous amount of goals.
Chances
You
or
know?
no chance.
And not
He did
Someone
it at
half his
Juve,
age.
and Juve's team is shit. So
for a good amount of seasons. And then we still got, what's his name again? Marcia and Marcia and Greenwood coming through. So I would do this deal. I would definitely do this.
paper,
I
He
wouldn't,
goes
because
into our
then
team,
we've got
it
another
works.
striker that Cavani's going to have to rotate with, because Ali's a little shit that doesn't
I'll
understand
tell
how
you
things
what the
work.
thing is though.
Cavani's going to rotate with Ronaldo. You guys know that,
But
right?
you know how good that is though. Still, even if that happens, that's great. Then that's still great.
Oh.
Like you have Ronaldo and Cavani rotate. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me.
We play Ronaldo, Cavani, 4-2-2 on the wings. We got what's it called? Sancho, Rashford, Pogba, Bruno in the midfield.
No. We can't have Rashford in this team. I'm sorry.
Just
If we have Cavani
go.
and Ronaldo in that team, you need Pogba and Sancho to whip in balls.
Yeah.
Left, right, and center. And then we use Ronaldo. We'll use Cavani as a jump pad to get it, But that's it. But I tell you what,
we play
boys, if Ronaldo did have to come, I am all for it. Run it back. I will be the top red. Top red I'm gonna be if Ronaldo comes. I'll back it. I'll back him forever. And I think we need
If he comes,
a
I'll
deal.
support him. I'll make that clear as well.
Exactly.
If he comes, I'll support him, but he's nowhere near on my transfer list. He's nowhere near it. He should not be near United's
I
transfer
think
list
the
in
only
general.
thing is with someone like Ronaldo is if he's available, you'd be crazy not to do. That's
Yes, you'd be crazy not to look.
You'd be crazy not to.
think-
do.
But it just does not work right now, because Mason's in the form of his life. Why are we not looking at our mini Ronaldo? Why are we not looking at getting another one that's going to be a legend of the game, like an Mbappe, like a Ronaldo?
You should
No,
be, but
Clay's right.
Cavani shouldn't be. That's the thing. Cavani
You should be
be.
looking at better things.
If Ronaldo comes, I'm banning Tony and Cavani. That's just how it is. Like it's
We
Ronaldo
should
and
be
Messi.
looking towards the future. I don't want the short-term bullshit where Ali may do a treble next season just because he has Ronaldo bagging 40 goals a season. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
And Clay's right, because we could trying to convince Mbappe for next season, or trying to convince Holland for next
You're
season.
not convincing Mbappe. He's gone.
Somehow,
The thing
like,
is, at the same time,
Mbappe or Real
right,
Madrid. That's a god tier move. It really is.
it might not be right, but at the end of the day, it also becomes a pride thing. Like, you can't let Man City take Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes, that is the only issue with this deal. If Ronaldo goes anywhere else in the
Yeah, I
world of
wouldn't mind
football,
it.
I
Yeah, I
could not
wouldn't
give
mind
one shit.
Yeah.
Him going to City or
If he
Liverpool
went
is against
to
everything about United's DNA.
Barca or freaking PSG or anywhere else besides the Premier League,
What are Kaiser Chiefs for all I care?
like you go to Kaiser Chiefs,
Honestly.
Austria, anything like
Go
that.
build a legacy there.
I will still
I
buy
don't
that
give a
Ronaldo
shit.
shit. I've always bought
I
the
will
Ronaldo
make
shit.
it.
But if it goes
Yes.
to a City, nah, see now.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you're hurting me now, Ronaldo. And the thing is, I know if he goes to City, so just give them the trophies now. Alright, don't waste our time. Give them the trophies now.
Yep.
It's game over. Because Ronaldo will play game in, game out. He's fit enough. He can do it at that level. You give him a chance, he's gonna score it. He's the best in the world when it comes to that. So we're just gonna have to see what happens. However, Cristiano, I implore you, come back home. This is where you're supposed to be. In this red shirt, you're supposed to be here. Don't you want Pogba, Sancho? You don't want those boys. We leave out Rash because we don't want Rash. We're not gonna create no chances for you. He thinks he's you. Maybe you can give him a wake up call, But yeah, we should Bruno behind. Oh, so beautiful. It will be so beautiful if you come to Manchester United. You don't need City. Don't worry about City. No one tell him about the trophies though. If Ronaldo asks what I'm gonna win something, just keep quiet. Just tell him Sancho. Show him Varane. Show him pictures of Ardy smiling with the boys. Don't if you ask anything about trophies or anything, you keep that to the side. We need to manipulate Ronaldo into joining us again.
It's an ego thing. Imagine being the guy who comes back and revives Old Trafford.
It's romantic. It is very romantic. Like somehow Ronaldo came back, and we did somehow miraculously won a Champions League or a league. The team is good enough. I must emphasize that again. The team is good enough to do that. Do I back Ole to do it? No, because he's still at the end of the day playing McFred, and Cavani is nowhere to be seen. We're gonna see Dan James playing over Ronaldo for some reason. It will still be dizzy things like that. But I'm not gonna say no to Ronaldo in a million years. You could be 45 and I'll take Ronaldo back. That's just how it is. It could be 50. I'll take Ronaldo back. I'll take one game. Play one game first. It's fine. But yeah, I think we'll just have to see like that. Ronaldo, no one wants you to go to City. Literally nobody wants you to go to City. So don't go to City. Come to United or go anywhere else in the world. Go anywhere else in the world. But come to United. Number one choice, United. But anyways, subscribe if you're new. Smash a like. We'll see you this weekend. And I think we play on Sunday. Yeah, we play on Sunday. And I think the transfer window closes on the 31st. So
something like that.
Yeah, 31st, which was on Tuesday. Oh, it's still long. So we'll definitely have Ronaldo news for you soon. And hopefully, it's good news. But for now, we'll check you all soon. And goodbye.